Hi, I'm Tim Robinson from Tech East. We're here at the Bradfield Centre in Cambridge, and I'm here with Joseph Hathiramani from IF Recruitment. Joseph's Director of Client Development, and we're here talking about talent, hiring, and what's going on in the skills market here in the East of England. Morning, Joseph.
Good morning. Morning, Tim.
So, just tell us a bit about IF Recruitment. Where are you based? What do you do? What sort of market you service?
Of course. So we're actually based nationwide. We have an office in Martlesham, offices in Berkshire, London, and Cambridge, respectively. We recruit predominantly in the IT sector, in the cloud and storage space, infrastructure. We work in the fintech sector, the cybersecurity sector. Those are the type of IT sectors.
So kind of all things tech?
Yeah, all things tech, really. Very, very niche client relationships. Very well established client relationships. Business has been established for over 30 years.
Yeah.
And we've got a very, very good network of people that we actually speak to within those sector disciplines.
So, what sort of trends have you been seeing over the last year or two in tech hiring? Are clients becoming ever more demanding? Are candidates having a wider and wider range of things to choose from? Anything, change dramatically, would you say, from when you started in the business?
I would say the big thing that's happened is technology itself. The expansion and the evolution of tech ideas, the fintech model, coming to bear fruit now in the IT industry. Candidate pooling is a lot more demanding now for clients. It's got to be a lot more bespoke. It's very tricky sometimes to find really core niche skill sets. That's where we actually excel. We excel at the niche stuff, but more about the sector itself. It's a very, very demanding sector in hiring if your proposition's not right.
Okay, so are you doing everything from kind of junior, mid-level, right up to C-suite? So do you cover the whole range?
I would say we're more sort of from upper junior to high level is where we actually sort of
so lead developer, senior developer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know this is a very specific question, but I know that some of our audience will be interested in this.
Yeah.
What about programming languages? What's hot? What's not? What's up? What's down? Are we seeing more Java and less C#, or is it the other way around?
I think
open source.
I think traditionally open source is one. I think Java is everything you say is right. I would say more. It's about core skills in those areas. So it's not just being a C# developer, it's having other skills associated with that can hop into other areas. The Oracle area at the moment in particular on the database side, that's very, very busy.
Yeah.
Oracle and Fusion, very, very niche set of skills. A lot of consultancies are looking for it. A lot of large Oracle cloud and storage base users are looking for that as well.
Yeah.
So it's very niche, the set of skills that the IT sector is looking for.
And what about the whole kind of cloud transition? Amazon, AWS, Azure. Is there a scarcity of talent in the cloud market now?
I would certainly say there is. I would certainly say that people are sort of hopping from out of region. Say out of space, but out of region to come into different geographics. So, for example, a hiring in East Anglia might command looking at people that are coming out of London, or coming out of other geographics in the area, or it could be even wider afield in Europe. And some of these businesses, don't forget, have European and worldwide operations.
Yeah.
So where they can't get the talent pooling in one area, they'll look in another geographic for it.
And what does that imply for the business? Does that imply A, you've got to have a flexible working strategy, B, you've got to be able to you're prepared to pay relocation packages? Is it about remote working? Is it about job sharing? I mean, what sort of trends are happening?
The big trends, a lot of remote working actually. A lot of people are working sort of a Monday or a Friday from home, 3 days midweek in the office or out on client site. We're also seeing a lot of people that are used in an outplacement capacity where they come from one area geographic, they work on a set project for 6 months. get put up in accommodation locally, and then go back home to where they might be. So that there's a lot of job sharing, a lot of ideas around trying to make sure that the project's more engaged than the actual location with which they live or work.
So you've got an office down at Adastral Park near Ipswich. Obviously a sort of fairly iconic tech location, but it's not London, it's not Cambridge, it's not Manchester, it's not massive.
Yeah.
I mean, do you find that businesses that are based in and around, say, Suffolk, are having to compete really hard face to face, head to head with businesses in Cambridge, in London, especially like East London? You talk about fintech, Canary Wharf, City of London are a short hop from Ipswich on the train.
Yeah.
How do you, if you're a startup or a scale up in the east of England, how do you compete against that?
The story's got to be compelling.
Yeah.
The environment with which you work has got to be funky, jazzy.
Yeah.
The message has got to be, spot on. It's got to be well delivered. I think, the big pull's going to be how exciting is the local geographic. So it's not just about a particular business. It's about a cluster of businesses doing all of the right things.
Yeah.
Talking the right message. I think that's where the Tech East branding comes into its own, really.
So essentially, you're contemplating a move, and you think, how risky is it for me to move from this great? I've got a great job in London, but I maybe would like to, for whatever, I've got kids or whatever. I quite like the idea of being out of town, living out of town. Yeah. I'm interested in this company. They're based in Norwich, but I don't know what else is going on. So you're saying there's an importance to de-risk it for that individual, understanding that there are other options if that job doesn't work out.
Absolutely right, and it's got to be that way, because you don't want to be remotely associated to an area because of one business. So you need to have a greater understanding of the types of businesses, and dare I say it, maybe the skill set might change or vary from business to business in the geographic.
Right. Yeah.
There might not be a cluster of, as you've put it, fintech businesses in the area.
Yeah.
That can.
We've got one or two good ones, but I know what you mean.
Yeah. So you might need to retrain in another area in IT.
Yeah, in ag tech or life, med or industry 4.0 or whatever.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So. I mean, obviously, we're here in Cambridge. We know Cambridge is a talent hotspot. It's an investment hotspot. I know there have been a lot of concerns over the last 3 years, the potential implications of Brexit for hiring European talent. How big of an issue do you think it is for businesses in the east of England, the potential, increased friction, let's say, in hiring European-based talent?
I think it can be quite challenging in certain areas, and I say that reluctantly, because everybody wants the same person sometimes.
Right, yeah.
And if people want the same person, the challenges in the market, just like in any other sector, supply demand would be on salary variations, commission-based structures, bonuses, career development opportunities. The employee is becoming ever more demanding. Because there's a lot more money, recycling in the sector, in the market, and it's challenging. And if it's not challenging, employers are finding it very, very hard to have that compelling argument as to why it should be their business and not somebody else's.
So let's just put ourselves in the shoes of a new tech startup. Maybe, they may be up to employee number 4, number 5, couple of founders, small team, working really hard, looking to grow. Okay. Now, that early team has come through contacts, word of mouth, existing network. Yes. And they're really thinking about, okay, we've got to recruit. Now, maybe they've tried, placing, ads on, they've just gone with a purely online strategy, maybe tried LinkedIn, maybe tried, a few jobs boards, Cambridge Wireless Jobs Board or something, and they're just not getting progress. And it's like, okay, what do we do next? Why? What would your kind of key message be to a small business that maybe thinks using a professional firm of recruitment consultants or a recruitment consultancy is just going to be way out of their budget, too expensive, they can do it cheaply? How do you convert that mindset from it's too expensive for us to actually this was the right thing to do?
What is the cost of not hiring?
Okay.
And what is the cost of not hiring within the time frame that you actually wanted to make the hire?
So it's the opportunity cost and the elapsed
So how
time.
expensive, not just that, the amount of time. The great thing is about our services, we're a consultancy more than we are a recruitment business. I would say we try and give bespoke consulting solutions to how people wish to hire.
Yeah.
So our solution may not otherwise be one that might be advised to a particular business.
Yeah.
I would certainly say in all of those areas, you don't get too entwined with the failure or the success of it being the right person that you're hiring.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a Chinese wall that's created. You've taken the work, you've given the work, you've isolated and given the work out on a project by project basis to somebody.
Yes.
So it's more of a collaborative approach of trying to find the right person for you.
Yeah.
And if I was going to just say, Tim, if people want to do it themselves,
Yeah.
which is absolutely understandable depending on their financial
Yeah.
commitment to doing it, don't stop. So when I say that, don't try it on a Monday or a Tuesday. Give yourself a set window to do it. Allocate some time to do it every single day, even if it's not sort of failure is not final. It's as Churchill said, it's the resilience that counts. And you have to just keep going.
Yeah.
You've just got to be. Don't be frightened of fear of failure. Just keep going, and it will come good. If you talk to enough people, if you're growing out your own personal network all of the time, you can always hire.
Okay, that's great. Well, thank you, Joseph. Thanks very much. Hope you enjoy these videos. Please hit like on YouTube, subscribe, follow us on Twitter, LinkedIn, engage with the community. We're Tech East, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.